The last few days, I've been thinking a lot about how the comfort zone is slowly ruining us and maybe even killing us. And today, I want to discuss a quote by Hermann Hesse that I believe illustrates the situation perfectly. And the quote is as follows: The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must destroy a world. And I think in this case, the egg is the egg represents not only our comfort zone, but also our old self. Not only the comfort zone that we're so reluctant to leave, but also our old self that we are unwilling to destroy in order to let a new identity to emerge. We are hesitant to leave the comfort zone of the egg, not realizing that it's stifling us and it's slowly killing us. Because the egg is the closed and limited world of our conditioning. It's our limiting beliefs, it's our fears, our doubts, all the expectations that we think define us. It's the safety of conformity, often stemming from our childhood traumas or insecurities, but also social norms, expectations, and basically any labeling identity that confines our authentic self. And if the egg symbolizes the comfort zone and the old self, the safe self, the bird symbolizes our true self. It's our consciousness and our individuality that yearn for the freedom to express themselves authentically and to live a more expansive life. To become fully alive, the inner being must push against the boundaries, the constraints of the shell in order to be born. It's breaking free from the boundaries of the old self, of the old identity. The phrasing the author chose is not coincidental because he says the bird fights its way out of the egg, which means that any transformation, any change is never passive and it's never easy because growth requires struggle, but also ask for the courage to take action and face discomfort, face our doubts, face our fears, and face loss. The shell doesn't open from outside. There's no external forces that come in to break it open. The bird must break it from the inside. And in doing so, the old world, that world of illusions, of dependence, of complacency, is forever destroyed. So then hopefully something new can emerge. The phrase, he who would be born must destroy a world, um, sounds nihilistic, but it's actually not nihilistic. Um, it's meant to represent the concept of creation, how to for something new to emerge, the old must be destroyed. It's also speaking of the sacrifices that are required for authenticity to be born. A major transformation in our life, whether it's emotional healing, whether it's personal reinvention or spiritual awakening, requires not only the dismantling of what once defined us, but also the courage to build a new identity. It's letting go of the shackles and what once constrained us in order to embrace new shores. In this case, to destroy a world is really to basically letting go of the old beliefs, letting go our old world of comfort and the false safety of the known and the predictable. It's asking us to face our truth, step into a more conscious existence, and it's asking us to have agency over our lives. It's asking us to take responsibility for our actions in order to create the life that we want. Because the bird that doesn't leave the egg will unfortunately eventually die, or the baby, when it must leave the comfort of its womb, is facing the trauma of birth. So do we uh, face the struggles and the fears of facing a life of uncertainty and changes. And we must face the pain of being born again whenever we're trying to change our life for the better. I think there are four key insights we can take away from this quote, which is: first, struggle is necessary and unavoidable, because without struggle there's no growth. And the struggle itself not only makes you more resilient, makes you stronger, but it also makes you better. It refines yourself. um, and also another point is that growth requires loss, because to become who you want to be, you must let go of your current self. You must let go of your current beliefs, your limiting beliefs. You must let go of what you have always known in order to embrace the new. When the snake sheds its skin, it goes through a very painful process of shedding the skin, of breaking free from the skin, of tearing away the skin as it clings to its body. And I think the same goes for us. We need to fight against our desire to retreat and go back to, or to revert to our old selves, just because it seems safer and it seems easier. Another aspect that we need to look at is that the concept of destruction, in this case, as making place for something new to emerge, as an opportunity to build something new, because it's leaving situations that no longer serve us. It's maybe even leaving people that hold us back and are no longer aligned in our path. And the last concept, I think the most important one, is that birth or rebirth is always self initiated. No one can open the shell for you. You have to make the decision to break it free, because every new birth is an act of personal will and an act of courage. With this phrase, Herman Hesse, I think, not only wanted to convey the the pain that comes with any change, any growth, any transformation or evolution, but also the underlying beauty that comes with it. The paradox is that for something new to be born, something old must die, and in this case, the loss is simply an opportunity for a new beginning. It's really the invitation to uh, step into the threshold of a new world. It's the invitation to step into a new chapter in our life, a new phase of our life. Our problem far too often is that we keep waiting for change to happen. We keep waiting for the opportunity, for that magical opportunity to go after our dreams. But unfortunately, that's not how it works. Change never comes until we make it happen. Change never happens by magic. Change doesn't fall into our lap. We need to actively pursue it. We need to make an active decision to bring change into our life. Sometimes, if we're lucky, life can present us with situations that I consider as blessings in disguise. In these situations, it's important to realize that it's basically an opportunity that we've been waiting all our life, um, or but never had the courage to actually make it happen. Like the baby bird that thinks it's dying when it's hatching out of the egg, or the baby human that thinks it's dying when it's leaving the womb, um, not realizing that actually this end is the beginning of a new life, of a bigger life. So I think we need to apply the same attitude and the same mentality to our own life whenever we're going through changes. Maybe you lost your job recently, and instead of seeing it as a loss and mourning the loss, I would say maybe it's actually an opportunity for you to finally start that business that you always wanted to do. Or maybe it's the opportunity you've been waiting for to uh, make it to pivot in your career and choose a new path. Maybe it's the opportunity to go back to school and learn new skills. Maybe your relationship ended, uh, and while it can be very sad and heartbreaking, it's also an opportunity to finally focus on yourself, focus on your hobbies and your own interests. It's also an opportunity to invite new people in your life, to build new connections. Or maybe you're going through a challenging situation with your health, and while it can be very scary and daunting, I think it's also an important opportunity to learn to prioritize what is important to you, and maybe learning how to set boundaries and saying no to situations or people that no longer serve your best interest. Sometimes it's maybe even cutting people who unfortunately bring more pain than they bring peace, and closing that chapter of your life as well, because we have decided to actually choose ourselves and choose our own happiness. We keep forgetting that not only our actions but also our inactions have consequences. We think we can keep delaying the things that we want in our life, um, foolishly believing that life will always wait for us, but it doesn't. Life only speeds ahead and leaves us behind if we are unwilling to keep up pace. I think it's important that we start to realize that we cannot wait for some magical day or some magical moment to be happy. Don't sacrifice your today for a tomorrow that is not even guaranteed, because, I mean, there's no guarantee in life, right? Don't wait to earn a certain amount, to be a certain size, to have achieved a certain milestone in your life in order to feel happy and proud of yourself, in order to start living the life that you always wanted to. Because life happens in the everyday, it happens in the moments that we often overlook. Every morning we wake up in a rush, feeling stressed about being late for work, and we never even take the a single moment to be grateful for yet another opportunity, yet another day, another chance to pursue our goals and to do what we like in life. We are so focused on the next promotion, our next win, um, or the attainment of one specific goal, that we unfortunately let life pass us by. Instead of enjoying the moment, instead of actually being present in the moment, we are too focused on our future, too worried about our future, to realize that life is not made of some breakthrough moments. It's not made of single victories. One thing that I have realized recently is that life is not a culmination, it's a slow and gradual process. It's the accumulation of our days and of our daily actions, of our daily decisions. Those days don't have an arrival point. They basically create the tapestry of your life, and they show you what your life stands for through your daily actions, through your daily decisions. So ask yourself, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you fulfilled with how you spend each day of your life currently? If not, If you feel that your life is lacking, maybe it's an opportunity for you to reassess what is important to you and start taking actions and making decisions that are more aligned to your values and the life that you want to live. At the end of the day, you want to be able to tell yourself that you chose your life, you chose your goals. You didn't let society define what is success for you. You didn't let society or others define your goals for you. You actually chose your life, you did your best, you gave it your all, and no matter what will be the outcome, you will still be satisfied because it was a life that you chose. It wasn't a life that you settled for. If you have spent years yearning for your dream life, thinking what could have happened um, if you had made that decision or took that action. I think it's really important that we have the courage to face insecurities and how our lack of actions have led us to where we are today. The life that you choose will often involve struggle. It will often be a painful process, a process filled with doubts and fears and insecurities. But without struggle, there's no change, and without change, there's no growth, and without growth, there's no fulfillment in your life. So today, if you only have to take one key takeaway from my message, I think I want it to be this: embrace endings as new beginnings, embrace losses as new opportunities, and most importantly, embrace change and make it actually happen in your life. Because a life without change is a life of stagnation, and stagnation is a slow but inevitable death. And I don't think we want to die before our time is due. Thank you for listening and staying until the end. If you like this video, please like and subscribe if you feel like doing so, and please share it with whoever might want to hear it, whoever might find it useful. Wishing you a wonderful day or evening, and wherever you are, please stay safe, stay strong, and most importantly, take action. Break free from the egg and have the courage to be born again. Bye, everyone.